Welcome back YouTube, it's Robert Hall, and in today's video we're going to go over the CLAR LED lighting that is now available from Adorama. I have always experimented with lighting since getting started on YouTube. Being the lighting advocate that I am for photography, it should come as no surprise that I'm constantly playing with my lighting for video as well. I've come across a lot of challenges when it comes to lighting for video, including having ambient lighting ruin my video, having white balance and tint issues when using multiple LED products, and even having my audio ruined by loud lighting gear. Right now, LED is all over the place. There's daylight, tungsten, and BiColor options. There's AC powered internal batteries that are rechargeable, external batteries, V-mount, Sony MPF. There's fan cooled and passively cooled, single source LEDs, and ones that have rows and rows of hundreds of LEDs. Today I'm exploring a new line of lighting called CLAR, which is a house brand from Adorama, just like Flashpoint and Orlit. Out of all these LED options out there, I want to show you why this series of lights checked so many different boxes for me. So we're going over 4 LEDs, and they're called the Slim Series 288, the Slim Series 360B, the Surface 36B, and the Luminous Pro 19-inch ring light. As always, let's first get through how all these lights are similar. All 4 models that I'm showing you today are BiColor. They have a color temperature range from 3200 degrees Kelvin to 5600 degrees Kelvin that can be controlled in 100 Kelvin degree increments. And for all of them, their peak brightness will occur at 4300 Kelvin. All can be powered with their included AC adapter or using 2 Sony MPF batteries. They all have 2.4 GHz connectivity and have a remote control. And they are all passively cooled, which means no fan, and are completely silent. Let's start with the smallest panel, the Slim Series 288, which has a price of $119. Despite being the smallest of the group, it still packs quite a punch, drawing 30 watts of power. This kit comes with a really nice semi-hard case that houses both the light and all of its included accessories. This includes the AC adapter, the tilt mount, and the grip mount, as well as the slim remote. The case comes pre-cut with a space for 2 of those Sony NPF style batteries, but they are not included. Attached to the light is a stand mount as well as a permanent diffuser and set of barn doors. The back control is really simple. It has a power button, it has a mode button, and it has a plus and a minus button. Power is for turning it on and off, and mode lets you toggle between the plus and minus buttons, adjusting the color or the dimmer. Brightness can be controlled from 10 to 99%. I really like the long rectangular shape of this panel because it has a really wide cast of light that just fits really well with a typical video frame. Because you can remove the stand mount and switch to the swivel mount, this is also a great option for using on camera. And if its size or its 2 batteries just seem a little bit large for your on-camera needs, then you can always use the Slim Series 144 instead. The 144 Slim Series is half the size, it only requires a single battery, it has no stand support, and it costs $69.95. Next is the Slim Series 360B, which is priced at $190. A step up in size from the 288, this panel is a square shape, and it's also slightly more powerful, drawing 36 watts. This one comes in a soft case that includes the AC adapter, hand grip, and another slim remote. On the back, instead of a plus and minus, you're going to find a dial for adjustments. Pushing in the dial allows you to switch between controlling the color or the dimmer. There is also a button for changing the channel and another for seeing the battery life. The AC adapter input is in a far more attractive location, located between the display and the battery on the back of the light. This model shares the same barn door and diffuser panel style as the Slim 288, but on the 360 they're removable for further modifying. Currently you can get a honeycomb grid as well as a small softbox for it. Oh, by the way, this 360B, that's the light that's illuminating me right now, but I don't have it with any modifier on it. Instead, I've got it going through a portable scrim offered from Adorama. Lately, I'm finding that scrims are just way easier to use as diffusion materials rather than trying to find really large soft boxes as key lights. Next up, we got the Surface Series 36B, which is $99. This panel is roughly the same size as the 360B that we just went over, except it's a lot skinnier and just has a way different format. There are no barn doors or diffusers or any extra modifiers available for this light. And while this is back down to 30 watts of light, the panel style does provide the most pleasing quality of light out of the 4 that we're testing. Because of its design, you can't tell that there's any individual bulbs, and there's no jagged shadow cast as a result. This panel is the most lightweight and slim option out of the 4 as well. On the back you'll find an on and off switch as well as separate dials for controlling the dimmer and the color. The dimmer dial also doubles as channel control. There's also a smaller Surface 24B that only costs $49 and runs off of a single NPF battery. For all 3 of the lights that we've gone over so far, they can all be controlled using the Slim remote, which is extremely simple, intuitive, and effective for controlling the lights remotely. They have an effective range of about 30 meters. I personally can never see getting that far away from these lights, but I just record in a little office. However, I did want to mention that restriction because I've definitely worked with photographers or people working on larger productions that would need to control a light from further away. You can put multiple lights in the same channel to control them all as one group, or you can set them each in a different channel so that you can control them individually. Last, we have the Luminous 19-inch ring light. Obviously, this is the biggest outlier of the group as it's not a panel shape, it's instead a ring shape. In addition to the rear controls, there's also a little dial in the front that gives you control as well. By pressing in the dial on either side, you can control both the color, the dimming, and the channel. This light does not use the Slim remote. Instead, it has its own proprietary controller. Now, I'm not a huge fan of using the ring light as a key light. Those catch lights just screw with my head a little bit. But I do really like using it when I'm doing detail shots for B-roll because it's just a great way to fill in all those hard to fill shadows. So I really enjoy this line of lighting because all of it's quiet, it all has the same modifications to color, and they all have the identical power options. But there's still a couple drawbacks to this lineup. First, I find it annoying that the ring light has a proprietary controller while everything else works off of the Slim remote. Second, I really dislike the control differences from light to light. On the Surface series, you press the dimmer to control the channel, whereas on the Slim 360B, there's a dedicated button for it. Now you could make a case that that's because they're a different series of lights, but even the Surface 24B has one less dial than the Surface 36B. I really wish they all had the same exact methods of control so that you could increase your familiarity with the entire series rather than just getting used to the differences of each light. Now out of everything, I really like the Surface 36B the most. That would be what I most highly recommend, simply because of its quality of light, lean profile, and being the most affordable. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and learned a lot about the CLAR series of lighting. I think I've finally got everything that I need to quit playing with my lights, although there may be a change coming soon that causes me to change my lighting altogether again. I'll keep you posted on that. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, comment below with any questions, subscribe if you want to see more, and until next time, keep on shooting, YouTube.